You were watching the whole show through your phone. And I can remember thinking like, why don't you just go home?
Not apologetic.
Nonsense.
I was at a show last weekend, right? You know, I understand like snapping a picky pic just to like have that memory, but it's the people who record the entire time. So this dude, he had like a full-size XL tablet, right? So he's freaking two-handing her the whole show like this. Not to mention the guy is like 6'3", 6'4", and he's got the brightness turned up to like 100%. And I'm probably like 10 people to the left or so and a little bit behind him, and the whole show it would just catch my eye, just him over there, you know. And it's just it's a phenomenon that I don't really understand, because I don't think anybody does anything with the stuff in the end. Now I think this is okay if you're in the back of the venue, okay? That's where douchebag behavior should take place. But not up there 10 people back from the stage at like a Tech 9 show, and you got a dude holding up a, you know, like a travel size screen that you put behind your back seat for your kids to watch Pokemon. I don't get it. Now, I do have to call you out a little bit, and I think you picked up on that slightly when I told you what the topic of this video was going to be, because if we can rewind way back, this was probably like 5, 6, maybe 7 years ago. Me and you were at a Jelly Roll show, and I can remember it vividly because we were 2 of the 5 people that were there. Right. This is before Jelly Roll blew up, before he became the mainstream phenomenon that he currently is. But I can remember looking over to you and seeing you filming the entire thing with your phone. And at that point, because I kept looking over, you know, I was trying to have a good time, and I'm like buying shots. I'm down in some. I'm Jelly, take a shot. You know, just being a douche. And then I can remember you were watching the whole show through your phone. And I can remember thinking like, why don't you just go home? Like, why don't you just watch it on YouTube at home, because you're not experiencing any peripherals, anything through your vision. You are watching it through your phone. What is the thought of that? Do you go home and watch the full video? What is the purpose?
That's the one I probably filmed the most. I know it was the first time seeing Jelly, and fucking usually when I go to a show, it's the first time seeing him. I film songs like, oh, that's my favorite song. I'll fucking film this. But you know, Jelly performing every fucking song was a good song.
The entire set. What did you? What have? That was 6 years ago. Let's say. Yeah, what have you done
I have the video
with that
any
footage?
More, yeah. I think it's on an old set. It might be on a hard drive or something.
So, do you allow it to take up like 2 gigs of space on your phone for a year? And it's just something that just lives there? You just have limited space now because of a Jelly Roll video that you don't watch?
Now I'll transfer it to the computer or something. Fucking.
Were you putting it on YouTube?
No.
See, and that's where I think it has its purpose. Like, I saw a good cell phone video of a concert. It's like a year ago. There's some punk band with a female singer, and she calls a dude on stage who's like acting wild in the crowd, and she pulls down her panties and just pisses on the dude's face.
I know.
You can see the steam coming up. It was wow.
The band was called Brass Against.
Oh, there you go.
They actually opened up for Tool. The band, or maybe lead singer, put signs out on the stage before they came out, said no pissing area. Fucking. Because that happened before they opened up.
Oh, so it's like Fago at a clown show. Yeah. It's like
I don't think she does that regularly.
Well, see, that's a good idea for that, but I don't understand the full scale of it.
I don't either.
And how, especially with the tablet, how inconsiderate of it. Like I say, he had a bright screen and just the entire
See, that's a little
time.
much, a fucking full-on tablet with...
Oh, I just wanted somebody to just knock it out of his... So here's my resolution. Here's what I'm doing from now on. I currently have 2 shows in the future that I'm definitely going to. So I'm going to go see Tech 9 at Kansas Crossing a month or so. And I'm going to see Jelly Roll about a month or so, I guess, at Walmart Amphitheater, and I think it's Arkansas.
Yep.
I'm going to vow 2 things here. One, I'm not a big dude, so if those are packed shows, I'm crowd surfing, right? I'm going to be up top. Second thing is, I'm going to try to direct myself to anyone who's got something bright filming, and shoo, I'm making that thing fly. Them's is fighting words. If you have a tablet, anybody who watches this, if you're going to Tech 9 at Kansas Crossing in Pittsburgh, I don't know, wherever you'd say that, Kansas, or Jelly Roll at Walmart Amphitheater, and you are filming while you're in the pit, one thing in the back, that's fine. If you're in the pit, I'm going to be on top of the pit, and I am making every device sell. That thing is gone. And then so am I. I'm going to swim off on the crowd of people.
I think more bands should do what Tool does. Tool won't allow you to film at all. There's signs that they will kick you out of the show if they see you with your cell phone. They'll let you film the very last song, and that is it.
Or are they trying out music?
No, they just,
like
the lead singer doesn't fucking like it. He's like,
oh, okay. Okay.
At the end of the show, he's like, all right, you can pull out, and I quote, your stupid cell phones. And if you have your flash on, he'll yell at you, fucking, yeah.
That could be what it is. The flash is so distracting.
But yeah, there's signs up everywhere when you enter the venues, like no filming, no photos, nothing.
I do think there are some exceptions. If someone has their phone, and let's say they have their screen turned off or something, right? And they're just kind of, you know, and they're a little bit back, that's fine. Who cares? You know what I mean? But when you are freaking... You know what I mean? And that's what kind of makes me angry about it, I think. It's not just the being inconsiderate of other people, but it's the fact that you're seeing the entire show through a screen, and you could have saved $100 or $200 if you had lodging and stayed at home with some Pringles and a 12-pack, you know, your little Smirnoff vodka with your vagina-having dude ass, and watch a video clip online the next day. And I bet anybody who goes to at least more than one show a year, they've seen that and they've thought, what the fuck are you doing, you know? Now, I'm known to snap just a quick ch-ch-ch-ch. I don't even know why. I don't do anything with that. For me, it's just like once a year when I go through my photos, that sort of puts me back into the mind state and the memory I was at when I was there, you know? But an hour-long video, you can go fuck yourself. I didn't mean for this to be an entire episode, but... hell, here we are. Don't do it, or the next reaction you have will be when I let that motherfucker fly. That's what's happening. Tech show, Jelly Roll show. I'm crowd surfing, and I'm letting them motherfuckers fly. You have been warned. Good night.
Not apologetic.
Nonsense.